All right. Welcome to Buc What You Heard. This is a special edition. I'm very fortunate to have EDP 445 on my show today, talking a little bit of football, talking NFL, talking draft, may even touch on a little bit of WWE. Who knows? Uh, what I want to do is first introduce my guest, EDP 445. Tell everybody how they can get a hold of you and tell them a little bit about yourself.
You guys can get a hold of me on Facebook at Brian Turhan Merlin. You guys can get a hold of me on on Twitter at OG Eat That Pussy. You can get at me at on YouTube. Of course, the whole Eat That Pussy for Five movement. That's the whole channel name and stuff like that. And basically, man, of course, you guys know I'm an Eagles fan, and I believe in laying the fucking law down at any goddamn cost, and I'm just the type of person to where like I don't try to sugarcoat shit, and I just try to speak what's on my mind, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's why I wanted you on the show, man, because I love passionate fans. I don't care what team it is except for the Green Bay Packers, because they ain't welcome on my show. But beyond all that, man, I like what you said, man. And I remember the first time I saw you, I saw your video. Robert Littow on Twitter had a passionate Eagles fan, and I saw you. I think this was right after Shady McCoy got traded, and you just like, it was like you just went off. You was upset about it, and I was like, I got to get that guy on my show. So I'm glad to have you on here, and I took a little bit of time on NFL Rewind to watch some Eagles games from last year, and you guys have run a very fast-paced offense. And the one thing that I did notice is the number of points that the secondary was giving up. It kind of reminds me of what the Bucs were doing in Tampa, with the exception that you guys won 10 games. But the one thing that I did notice is that the secondary, you guys had a lot of close games that you guys ended up winning. And I saw where Nick Foles looked good. And me as an outsider looking in, I always thought Nick Foles was ideal for the offense that you're running. But then they bring in Dirty Sanchez, and we don't, he's all right. He's not one of my favorite players.
Oh, I couldn't fucking agree more, man. And what's funny is that I was after Foles got injured, he broke his fucking collarbone in 2000. What the fucking 2000? What the fuck? He broke his collarbone last year versus the Texans. Man, they bought him in and stuff, and he looked pretty good. And then after that, I made a video about I don't know who the fuck we play next, but I made a video. Hey man, I went all out, man. I had the dramatic ass music and shit. I had the fucking niggas signing the contract and shit. This motherfucker sucks, dude. Like I've never. That motherfucker's horrible, dude. And yeah, I really.
No, but it sounds like you're up on a lot as far as the Philadelphia Eagles is concerned, and you made some comments about Marcus Mariota, and I know that we kind of talked about this off air, but I just we're talking about quarterbacks, we're talking about Mark Sanchez, and to me, it's a testament to what Chip Kelly wanted to do. If he's willing to give up all these picks to get this guy, his guy. He didn't want Sam Bradford, which to me, him offering Sam Bradford up tells me I don't want this guy. I want this guy. But because it didn't work out, he's got to come back and make amends with this guy. So, I mean, I look at Marcus Mariota and I just couldn't see giving up the farm for this guy. And you don't know what you have.
Oh, I totally agree, man. I never was on this whole Marcus Mariota shit. I looked at him in college, I believe the first time I heard about him was I think it was last year in the off season. Yeah, last year in the off season. And they were talking about him, he might end up drafting him and stuff like that. So I went to go look at him on Wikipedia. On fucking YouTube. I don't believe in looking at highlights and stuff. Like I always punch in Marcus Mariota verse, whatever, and then it'll pop up and stuff, inaccurate throws, whatever. That way you can make a full fair adjustment on him. And that motherfucker's trash as fuck, dude. I mean, just, underthrowing receivers, overthrowing fucking receivers, man. There was this one guy he had open by damn near 30 yards, just overthrew his ass, And it's fucking sad, man. He kind of reminds me of McNabb, dude. Well, when he has time. McNabb is the type of quarterback to where if he has time, he's going to throw a fucking pick. It's like he has to be rushed and have 6 motherfucking big ass bears bearing down upon his ass for him to make like a good ass throw. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I never was too hyped about Marcus Mariota, man. I think people say, oh my God, he has a very good touchdown to interception ratio. But my whole thing is this, motherfucker, I could throw 100 touchdowns in one damn pick. Oh my God, this bitch is bomb as fuck. Nigga, I was throwing checkdowns all fucking game.
and that's the big thing right there. Those bubble screens, he's throwing bubble screens or he's throwing screen passes that are the yards after the catch is the big thing. And, we haven't even talked about the fumbles, the number of fumbles that this guy has had throughout his college career. Everybody wants to talk about Jameis Winston and the number of interceptions he had, but nobody's mentioning that Marcus Mariota was a fumble machine, basically, with all the fumbles that he had.
Yeah, and like, just to go back to your point, they're always talking about how many interceptions he threw and stuff. Well, here's the thing, dog. I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, I believe Jameis Winston and the Seminoles, didn't they run a pro-style offense?
Yep.
Oh, proves my point even more. They weren't about that bullshit-ass high school gimmick shit where you up in the fucking shotgun all damn day. It's like, nigga, take your scared ass up on the center, make them fucking reads, my nigga, don't be afraid, you know what I mean? And do your fucking thing, but see, when you look at Jameis Winston, he's dealing with actual big ass, schools and shit. He's dealing with, you know what I'm saying, the real shit. Marcus Mariota, he's dealing with that pussy ass shit. He's dealing with motherfucker like fucking college style rant. It's like, dude, fuck that gimmick shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel the reason why Winston threw a lot of picks is because number one, he was throwing more downfield. He faced a lot more tough ass fucking teams. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that Mariota, well, fuck, I don't even think Mariota had. Maybe it's too busy blowing other fuckers out and shit. But yeah, I mean, I don't see where people love this Mariota fuck. Like,
and I think the big thing that I see is that he has this speed. He can make plays with his legs. But the problem that I've seen with quarterbacks that are mobile, they get lit up. Case in point, RG3. Case in point, Cam Newton with the ankle surgery at the beginning of last year. Case in point, Colin Kaepernick. Just players that just get lit up trying to run the ball. And you can't really compare Russell Wilson with these guys because he's a pass first, run second kind of player. And the reason he gouges players or teams is because he's passing the ball all the time, and you leave him a big ass hole, he's going to run through it. And, that's just what he does, and he's got that speed. So you can't really include him as a running quarterback because his first instinct is to pass the ball.
Yeah, he's dual threat. Because it's kind of like what McNabb established and what I guess you can throw Steve McNair established, and I guess you can add a little bit of Randall Cunningham. When he was with the Vikings and stuff later on in his career, they could run, but they were more so throwing the ball first. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what people always overlook. Oh yeah, man, he can burn the fuck out of you. Yeah, but can he throw? Fuck nah. Be like, well, shit, like what the fuck, So yeah, man, Marcus Mariota, now I will say this though, I feel like his best bet at seeding was with Philly, with the whole Chip Kelly ran shit and stuff. But dude, let me tell you something, man. That motherfucker went to Tennessee. He's fucked, man. You know what I mean? Like, I've said this from day one. you know, like the top 5 places where careers die if you're a goddamn quarterback. The fucking Raiders, the Redskins, the Titans, the Jaguars, and
The Browns.
the Browns. Like, if you get drafted there, dog, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So, I mean, fuck looking for a ring, nigga. You just fucking fighting to get in the Hall of Fame. Fuck the ring, dog. You can take, you know.
There you go. So with your team with the Eagles, how are you guys? I mean, based on the moves that were made, and I know we talked about this a little bit offline too, but based on the moves that you've seen so far, which I'm kind of scratching my head. Do you think this is Chip Kelly's ego, or do you think this is a system that he's trying to put in place, or what are your thoughts on why he's going the direction he's going?
I think it's a system he's trying to put in place. At the same time, you're like, what the fuck? You get rid of LaShawn McCoy, you get rid of, Jackson a couple years ago, you get rid of Jeremy Macklin, you get rid of all these fucking players, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing, And shout out to my friend Zomp. He was telling me about this, he was like, it's time for a change in Philly. You feel me? They never won a fucking Super Bowl, of course. And the way I see it and the way he sees it is that, hey, trade the whole fucking team. I mean, either way, man, according to Giants and Cowboy fans, dog, we suck dick, man. We ain't shit. We ain't nigga. We ain't, we never been fucking any damn thing, basically. So, at this current point in time, it's more so like, fuck it. Do whatever the fuck you have to do. I don't give a goddamn if you have to auction off the whole fucking offense, man, for a fucking can of soda. It's like, hey, nigga, if that can of soda, man, can fucking throw, hey, man, you get that bitch up in there.
There you
Shit,
go.
I'm looking at it too. It's great fucking soda. But, but my whole thing is this though, man. I feel like it's a system he's trying to put in place. At the same time, it's more so like, what the fuck, with this whole Sam Bradford thing. I read an article and it said, can Sam Bradford be the Eagles version of Drew Brees? I'm like, oh, fucking Christ, man. I read some of it, but I was like, yeah, fuck that shit. And they're signing Tim Tebow and all these, just random ass people. Like, I'm fucking scared, dude. Like, I'm fucking, you know what I mean?
You know what? He's either gonna come out as a mad genius or he's gonna come out looking like a damn fool, one way or the other. I mean, signing Tim Tebow, if Bill Belichick can't do nothing with him, then I'm just wondering what Chip Kelly's gonna be able to do with Tim Tebow. The guy's not willing to. He wasn't willing to go like to the CFL and get better at his craft. He's like, I'm a quarterback, and that's the only position I want to play. I mean, he had offers to go to CFL. He could have got reps. He could have got better. He could have got more accurate, but that wasn't his choice. He'd rather be an announcer and then come back in. So time will tell how all that's going to work out for him. But at the same time, I don't get it. That's one of the moves I really don't get. Sam Bradford, if you can keep him upright, he's a pretty accurate quarterback. And, that's always been the knock on him is the injuries that he's had. Matthews, you guys have a lot of guys coming in that are injury prone. Miles Austin, Matthews. I know Matthews. I don't know what his record is as far as a season without being injured. So it's a lot of question marks with this offense, but it's going to be exciting to see. And we play you guys. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers play you guys this year, and I'm really excited about that. You done got at our asses a couple of times, or the last few times that we played you. And, I'm really excited about this game, especially.
But yeah, man, I mean, as far as the whole, I couldn't agree with you more, man. As far as this whole injury prone shit, Ryan Matthews, I still don't understand that fucking pickup, dude, for the goddamn life of me, man. And it's funny because he actually went to school right down the street from me. He's like right in walking distance. But I never understood that pickup. See, this is the thing about these fucking quarterbacks and Sam Bradford, Bradford, Vic, fucking I'm fucking man, you get the idea. Fucking
Yeah.
Bradford and all these motherfuckers injury prone like fuck, you know. And it really annoys me how when I'm on Twitter or I'm just chilling and shit. Well, if he can stay healthy, if he can do it, I'm looking like motherfucker. If you get hit by a truck tonight, nigga, your ass can have a fucking, niggas can go to your fucking gravesite. You feel me?
Yeah.
And it's really I fucking, that's the thing that really annoyed me when we, picked up Sam Bradford is this if shit, and we're gonna have to deal with it again because you don't even fucking know. You don't even know at this fucking point, dude. And I'm getting, very frustrated at this if shit. If he can stay healthy, yeah, he's a fucking beast, well, he can play, DeMarco Murray, you know, I ain't gonna lie, I fucking love that pick, man. I was fucking shitting
Yeah.
on Cowboy fans, But
So with the, you bring up a good point about DeMarco Murray. How will your offensive line do as far as making holes and running lanes for DeMarco Murray? Because we've seen DeMarco Murray struggle with the Dallas Cowboys, and we've seen him excel with the Dallas Cowboys. And the big thing that we saw last year was that offensive line finally gelled. That offensive line that Jerry Jones created over a period of time has finally come together and made some holes for him. Do you see the same caliber of offensive line in Philadelphia as you did in Dallas?
fuck no, Doug. I I don't know, man. I don't know what the fuck they got on that damn line. Well, their offense. Well, our offensive line is still solid. Of course they lost Todd. They lost Todd Harriman's. Who else they lose? I don't fucking know. But I feel like it could be one of. I feel like it could be very productive. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it could be. I would say a top 10 offensive line. I would probably say what 8 or maybe 9, maybe even 7. But as far as like being as dominant as the Dallas Cowboys offensive line, there ain't no way in fuck, dude. Like, I remember when we played the Cowboys, man, on the 14th of December, man. Tony Romo, that motherfucker had all goddamn day to throw. I'm like, well, shit, man. Why don't you fly out here, my nigga, go grab yourself some Leos and eat that bitch, man. You probably still have no fucking pressure, man. You know, but it really depends on, and as much as I hate hearing this shit from Cowboy fans, I totally fucking agree. It really depends on how the offensive line plays,
Right. And I mean, you go back to November 27th, you guys beat the Dallas Cowboys 33-10. Mark Sanchez had what do you have? 217 yards passing. Shady McCoy 115 yards, 59 yards rushing. Jeremy Maclin 108 yards receiving. So you had a pretty balanced day against the Dallas Cowboys. And I don't know how many pieces, and excuse me, I'm not real familiar with Philadelphia. I'm just kind of studying up for when we play you guys. But I don't know how many pieces you guys lost on the offensive line that were starters, that were playmakers.
Oh, we only lost one fucking starter. I mean, and he was like, very versatile. It was really Todd Harriman. I mean, he was able to play guard and tackle. And I remember when I think it was either Jason Peters or somebody, man, they got fucked up. And he was able to go from like fucking guard, fucking tackle. I remember one time the nigga was taking snaps at fucking center. I'm like, what the fuck? So he was all over that bitch, you know what I mean? But as far as offensive line people we lost, I would only say we lost Todd Harriman, and they're probably going to replace him with Alan Barbary, which is pretty, he's pretty solid,
Okay. So, basically you may have lost a little bit, but you think, did you guys pick anybody up in the draft? How would you grade your draft for the Philadelphia Eagles?
Oh, shit, dude. You got, what the fuck did I drop? My fault. And now, you got these dumbass bitches on fucking ESPN, right? Like, they're over here, I give him a D, I give him a C. Motherfucker, I get that draft an A-. And the only reason I give it an A minus, I wouldn't give this shit a fucking A plus, but the only reason I give it an A minus is because I feel like we should have probably drafted a quarterback in the third, maybe fourth round. I know Brett Hundley, Garrett Grayson, and Bryce Petty from Baylor was still available. Just to give it some competition. Man, fuck Tim Tebow. I never liked that bitch, man. So you can just, I wipe my ass with that motherfucker's T-shirt, man. But as far as like the draft, I like our first pick with Nelson Aguilar, fast as fuck. People compare him to
my God, I've seen this guy.
Hey, that motherfucker got some slave feet. He running like motherfucker was fucking that motherfucker gone like, oh shit, I think he's faster than Jeremy Maclin, actually.
Yeah, and you know what? They were saying this on NFL Network. I'm gonna be very honest. I don't watch ESPN anymore because of the way they think that they're the end all be all, and they're not. And the way they disrespect small market teams. It's just I only watch ESPN when I have to. If there's a basketball game, or if there's a game like that I can't see anywhere else, I'll turn on ESPN. But I stay away from the news and all the other garbage. And the way they've trashed certain players and glorified other players, it burns me up. So I just don't even mess with them. But what I was seeing on NFL Network was this guy, this draft pick, they're saying has a better upside than Jeremy Maclin, which speaks volumes to me.
Yeah, man. I mean, the way I'm not gonna lie. At first, when I saw him, I was like, "Who the fuck is this motherfucker?" And then when I looked at his name, I'm like, "Oh shit!" They were actually talking about him, And so I seen him play, seeing a little bit of his highlights. The guy's a fucking beast, man. So I like him. The main pickup I like is Eric Rowe from, was it Utah? I think it is. I think he's like 6. This motherfucker's a corner and safety, right? I think this motherfucker damn near 6'4".
That's the way the NFL's going, man. These big cornerbacks. That's the way the NFL's going right now.
Yeah, so like I looked at him and stuff. He plays more so safety than corner. I mean, I think he only played 9 games at corner. I was like, fuck, I thought he played corner his whole goddamn career. And I know it's college, but for the most part, he was locking motherfuckers down. You know what I mean? Little sorry ass fucking Appalachian State ass fucking quarterbacks that ain't about shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I like the way he gets up in the face and press people. He's also able to play off in zone. I like the way he anticipates the route. Kind of like a Darrelle Revis kind of. I ain't trying to compare him to him, but when like they step in and like swipe the ball away. And yeah, man. I mean, as far as the draft, I give it an A minus, man. Okay, now one more thing. I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep talking, but there's a guy we picked up. His name is Jordan Hicks, right? This motherfucker is trash as fuck, dude. Like, I mean, I know he's an inside linebacker from a 4-3 and we run a 3-4. Man, I was looking at that bitch. I'm looking like, man, this motherfucker is garbage as fuck, dude. Like, this motherfucker just standing there. Nigga, he's standing there, man, like fucking James Harden playing defense. What the fuck, nigga? Like, do something, So
I mean, and when you look and see, I didn't realize that the Eagles are playing a 3-4. The last time I remember seeing you guys, it was a 4-3. And you had your two safeties deep, and I think you guys were going with man coverage, because that's how Nnamdi Asomugha got exposed when he came to Philadelphia, because when he was in Oakland, they were running a 4-3, and he had help over the top, which made him look better. But once he came to Philadelphia, he got exposed, and for what he was, kind of.
Yeah, back up in the day, I would say the last year we ran the 4-3 was 2012. That's when we, that's when that's when Babbitt and Cole, they had like, I would say like maybe like a foot, damn near 3 feet of space between the D tackle and the D end, and they ran the thing called they ran the defense called the wide nine. You know, where like I guess it gives them like a running head start to like bull rush the fucking O line. Only thing about that is that, you know, running plays suck fucking ass. But they switched to a 3-4 back in 2013 when Chip Kelly came, which I fucking love that shit, dude. I was like, fuck that 4-3 shit. I never liked it before. Nnamdi. Man, that motherfucker was horrible, dude.
Dude, and you know what you say, because Tampa, from what I heard, was kind of looking at this guy, and I was all for it. You see all the numbers and the stats that he put up in Oakland, and then as soon as he gets to Philadelphia, he gets exposed, and I mean he gets exposed bad, and I was like, man, what happened to this dude? And so I kind of went back. I have NFL Rewind, so I get to go back and watch a lot of the game film, and I was watching him. And he can't, as far as press coverage, he can't do it. He has to be in a zone. He's a zone cornerback, and I don't even understand why he came to Philadelphia if this is not the right system for him.
Yeah, man. I mean, he's one of them motherfuckers. And you're right. You know, like I've noticed, and one game I really noticed that this bitch was fucking trash, dude. It was versus the Falcons. It's when they played in Philly. And I believe it was kind of raining, you know, drizzly or whatever, kind of like a fucking mist or whatever the fuck. Anyways, and he ran up against Julio Jones.
I remember that.
And I mean, God fucking damn, he's gonna. Hey, you're fucked either way. He's gonna burn your ass. You know what I mean? But it's like, God fucking damn, at least try to stop the guy.
Yeah.
And
there were a couple of plays I saw where he like gave up. He instead, you know, wide receivers cut off their routes. He just stopped. He gave up.
He said, "Fuck it." You know? Versus Julio Jones, there was this one time. I believe he caught like I think it was like a 35 or 40-yard touchdown pass, and from the moment the ball snapped, the motherfucker cut out left and just ran right past him. He ain't put a fucking finger on him. He ain't put a glove on him. I'm looking like shit. I'm bigger than a fucking house, dude, and I can play better coverage than that nigga can. God damn, you know? And Gene, the guy the motherfucker just ran right past him.
Yeah. And you're getting paid all this money. You're getting paid all this money. And you know, you at least go out there and put forth the effort.
Yeah. And what I looked at from Nnamdi, I don't know if it's just me. Nnamdi is fucking slow, man. Like, he can't run to save his fucking life for some reason.
And what was he injured? I mean, was there any injuries that you heard about, or was there anything out of the ordinary? Did somebody put something in his Oreo cookies, or something happened? What happened here?
Yeah, somebody put some up in his Oreo cookies. It's called fucking cat piss. It's like a fucking jug man take. You know, like a fucking what, you know? But he just sucked ass. I mean, he didn't have no injuries or anything like that. It's like he just didn't, you know, I don't know.
Yeah. So, you know, now, you know, we've kind of touched on your team, and you know, you guys are going to face Tampa at some point in the season. And you know, we had 2 wins last year. And a lot of people are overlooking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And what a lot of people are failing to realize is that we lost like 8 games by 7 points or less. And we didn't have an offensive coordinator for one. And you saw a lot of things that could have been better. We had 2 garbage quarterbacks. We still have one of them. And he's always going to be a career backup, Mike Glennon. But I think that the Buccaneers have made improvements. And I think that playing the NFC East is going to be a real test to see just how much the Buccaneers have improved. Playing the Dallases, the Eagles, and the Giants, just to kind of see, and the Washington Redskins, which we waxed that ass last year. That was one of our wins right there, was Washington and Pittsburgh were our 2 wins last year. So it's going to be kind of a benchmark to play against that division where you guys, I mean, a 10-6 record doesn't get you into the playoffs. Says a lot about your division.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, and what's fucking dude? Okay, I knew the season was fucked in week 8. And that's fucking saying something right there. I think it was week 8 or week 9 when they played the Packers and they
Oh
got
my
their
God.
ass. You know, dude,
that 50 burger? Yeah.
dude, I went to that fucking game.
It was
Do you
freezing
know what?
too.
Nigga, it was 14 degrees out there with a fucking wind chill. It made it feel like, nigga, it was below 7. I'm like, nigga, I traveled to watch this ass whooping in fucking person. Like, what the fuck, you know? And yeah, man, you know, like the Eagles were. It's funny because here's an interesting stat going back to the whole 10 and 6 thing. I believe by some week, I can't really think of what it was. The Eagles were 9-3. The Eagles are the first team in NFL history to be eliminated from the fucking playoffs by week 13. I think it was week week 14.
Yeah, y'all were 9-3 by the Dallas Cowboys game put y'all 9-3.
Mm-hmm.
And then you guys had the losses against Seattle, Dallas, and Washington, and then you beat the Giants.
And it was like, hey, nigga, it's a wrap. Fuck it.
And I mean, I'm looking at this game against the Seattle Seahawks. Mark Sanchez had 96 yards.
It's like he wasn't even trying, basically.
Yeah, he looked like he was back in New York.
Hell yeah.
So based on, you know, with the quarterback situation, you've got Tim Tebow in camp. You've got Mark Sanchez trying for the starting position. And then you've got Sam Bradford. Do you think that Chip Kelly's going to have a competition, or will this be, okay, here's the keys to the car. We traded away our starting quarterback for you. So let's see what you got.
As much as I don't want to admit it, but I think it's going to be an open competition. If it was left up to me, I would give the fucking keys to Sam Bradford, dude. I mean, what fucking option do you have? Like these these quarterbacks are fucking shit water, man. You know what I mean? You got Bradford, you got Bradford, Sanchez, Tim Tebow, and fucking Matt Barkley.
And Matt Barkley's not really in the equation. You haven't heard anybody talk about Matt Barkley. And I heard that he was one of the project pick where they would try to coach him up and get him prepared for the later years, you know, when there was a chance for him to go in. But, you know, I think he'll beat out Tim Tebow. I'm pretty sure he'll beat out Tim Tebow. If he doesn't beat out Tim Tebow, I think he needs to find a new line of work because, you know, that's just what I'm seeing right there. There is no way that anybody should lose their position to Tim Tebow.
Yeah, I agree, man. Oh shit, that was funny as fuck. Yeah.
I'm serious. I'm being real here, man. You know, become a preacher or televangelist or something, but get out of football because if you can't beat Tebow, then you know we have a situation here.
Yeah, we got a major fucking problem upon our hands, dude. And it spells fucked up all over it, man.
All right. Well, you know, I'm really like I said, I'm glad you've been on the show. You know, I made this a special edition. Normally I have the show on Thursdays, but I know with your schedule and stuff, I appreciate you taking the time to get on with me. And, you know, one last thing, I just kind of wanted to get your prediction. I think it makes you look like a genius, or, you know, it just makes you look like the average fan. What kind of record? I mean, just based on what you're seeing right now, what kind of record would you say that your Philadelphia Eagles are going to have by the end of the season?
8-8, 9-7. And that's being real. See, I ain't one of them motherfuckers where, we're going 15-1, bitch, you're fucking high. You think we're going 15-1, dude? Yeah, 8-8, 9-7, man. I don't. Fuck, dude. I mean, it's gonna be hell.
Yeah, and the way I see it, I think the Cowboys lost a lot when they lost DeMarco Murray. I just don't see the running game that they had. It's going to be diminished, and that was a big part of what made that offense click. And you know, my hat's off to Chip Kelly getting that running back to come over to. Yeah, and I think a lot of that had to do with Sam Bradford, from what I was reading. where Sam Bradford was talking to DeMarco Murray, and they worked on him getting over to Philadelphia. So Chip Kelly, and if it's Sam Bradford, hats off to you guys for making that move, and it's going to be interesting to see what Dallas comes up with.
And that's the thing, man. I think I'm not sure who the fuck they drafted. I can give two shits less, dog. I think I know they got Darren McFadden, and here's my thing, dude. If Darren McFadden, here we go with this if shit. God fucking damn. If Darren McFadden wasn't always injured, and I understand injuries are going to happen in the NFL, it's a physical sport, but if he wasn't so injured all the time, shit, fuck, man, I think Darren McFadden would be up there with fucking Adrian Peterson, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there was this one game versus the Bills. I think it was in 2010, 11, somewhere around there, man. This guy was trucking the fuck out of niggas, man. I think it was what? I think the score was like 38 to something. I don't know what the fuck it was, man, but he was just fucking just. You ever heard of fucking Chris Berman? I think he does it with the Buccaneers when Mike Allstott used to get
yeah.
the
yeah.
Hey, man, that motherfucker used to go like this. He was choking the shit out of motherfuckers, man.
Yeah. But you know what? And that's what's so exciting about the NFL. I hate the off season more than anything. So I was glad to get past the draft, and we've gotten past rookie camp. OTAs are right around the corner, and here we go, and we're about ready for the season. One thing I definitely, at this point, I want to make sure that I can get you back on again the week before we play you, just to kind of get your analysis on things. And, man, I really appreciate you getting on here. I want to say, man, I hope you keep doing what you're doing, man, because you're one of the bright spots when it comes to these podcasts and these blogs. You're one of the people I always kind of look at on my YouTube subscription to see if you put anything else up, because I really like what you do.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. I'm just out here trying to rep this sorry shitbag, sad ass, sack of bones ass thing. They fuck up every year, but
But it's fun. It's fun being a fan. Look, I'm a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. It's been a long road for us ever since the Super Bowl. So I feel what you're saying. I mean, we haven't had a 10-win season since 2010, if that tells you anything. So we're right there with you, man. And like I said, it's always fun to get on and get somebody else's perspective. And I really appreciate you getting on here with me. And, once again, I'm hoping to have you back on. My co-host, she'll finally be back. She's been traveling the world right now, but she'll be back on with me, and you'll get to meet her. And, we can talk a little bit of football when the season comes up. What I'm trying to do is just grab people from different teams, with the exception of Cowboys. I don't want no Cowboys fans on my show. But everybody else, I get you on, and hopefully, you can show this to other people and give me some exposure. I'm definitely going to put this on my different social media networks, Facebook, Twitter, and just so people can get exposed to you as well, man. And I really appreciate you getting on.
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate being on here. I mean, I ain't doing shit all fucking day. I mean, besides watching fucking porn? I mean, that's the only shit I do.
You ain't wrong, bro. You ain't wrong. It is what it is.
But quick question though, why do you hate the Cowboys so much?
I lived in Tampa, and when we had lived in Kansas. Everybody in Kansas, it seems like, if they're not a Chiefs fan or a Cowboys fan, and Cowboys fans to me are very obnoxious. I met maybe one or two cool ones out of maybe 500 just obnoxious ones. So I have no love for the Cowboys at all. Period. End of story. And whenever the Cowboys and Eagles would play, the Eagles always had the Cowboys number at least one game out of the season, if not sweeping them. So I was always, I'm always, like against the Cowboys. I just can't stand them.
Yeah, you sound like the same I am with the fucking Patriots.
Yeah. And you know what, man, we didn't even touch on that. And, for me, it's BS, man. Why you got to cheat? You done beat the brakes. You were beating the brakes off the Colts. Why you got to cheat? Why it's the integrity. Everybody's talking about, look at the score, and it really didn't affect the outcome of the score, but it's the intent of actually doing it is
Mhm.
what I have the problem with. And if Tom Brady had just come correct and cooperated, I don't think we would be even talking about this right now.
Oh yeah, I totally agree, man. I don't give a fuck what the score is. Oh man, they killed their ass. What, 45 to whatever the fucking was,
Yeah,
40.
they beat the brakes off of them.
Yeah, and my whole thing is, okay, fine, you beat the shit out of them. Okay, I get it. But at the same time, dude, it's not even about the score, dude. It's about you taking a fat ass loogie and spitting on the goddamn NFL shield. And you want to know what's funny about this, dude? Is the fact that people fucking, it annoys the hell out of me, man. It has nothing to do with goddamn Super Bowl, 39 or whatever the fuck it was, This team cheats like fuck, okay? Nigga, let's be real, and it annoys me so damn much that every fucking time you say something about the fucking Patriots, right? The whole goddamn NFL, it's like the fucking mafia, dude. It's like the entire NFL. You talk about all fan bases, goddamn Bengals, Chiefs, Colts, goddamn Raiders, fucking of all fans, the Raiders, fucking all these fan bases just come and fucking defend. Oh, he's the greatest ever. It's like, am I the only one that see through this shit?
Yeah, and
You know?
you know what? I mean, I want to say this, and I've been kind of looking at Roger Goodell, and I just don't see any consistency with him. The things that
Mm-hmm.
he's done with James Harrison, the things that he did for Ben Roethlisberger, taking a 6-game suspension, knocking it down to 4-game suspension. The whole Bounty Gate thing with, and I hate the Saints. They're in my division. They're not my favorites, but the way all that went down was kind of messed up too. They cheated, and I don't think he had enough evidence on the Saints to really press him like he did, but he did anyway. And then you look at this situation with the Patriots, and I don't know. There's just no consistency with this guy. And some people he comes down harder on, and other people it's like, hey, you get a pass. And that's just been my problem with him from the beginning. Is he can't say, okay, I'm looking at this situation here, and I'm gonna base my judgment on what I did. So we have apples to apples. If it's a new situation, you put it out there. Hey, this is what I'm gonna do, and from this point forward, if this happens again, this is going to be the punishment. This guy is all over the road with what he's doing, and it's just I don't have a lot of respect for him personally.
Yeah, I never liked him either. Nobody has fucking respect for him. The way he's not just him, but of course, you got players and stuff. The way he has, you know, dumped down the NFL as far as rules. You can't do this, you can't do that. You can't even fucking sniff the goddamn quarterback, nigga, if you're fucking trying to get some food to eat. You can't do any damn thing, dude. And it's just fucking sad, at the fact that, you know what though? Fuck it. I'll come out and say this. I honestly think that that Bill Belichick and the Patriots have something on Roger Goodell. I don't know. Maybe Bill Belichick and Brady saw Roger Goodell fucking the president's daughter. I mean, something, dude, because this is fucking sad, man. Like,
Yeah.
at the fact that, one team, one player can just, oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's like, no, bitch, it's not fuck okay. Like, why do you keep doing this shit, man? It has to be something, man. They have to, either they saw, maybe, hey, if you don't fucking lift this suspension, we're gonna blackmail your ass. It has to be
Yeah.
something, man.
Yeah, I'm not sure, and I don't know if you saw the latest where the equipment manager has been suspended indefinitely without pay. But I personally believe that he's got a nice little bank account in Cancun or somewhere with millions of dollars based on the information that he has uh, as far as what really happened with Tom Brady. We'll never know. We'll never know. But based on all the evidence. I believe that this quarterback like a Tom Brady, who is a future Hall of Famer, he knows what's wrong with the balls. He knows what's going on with this equipment. He knows everything that's going on. And for him not to know, I have a very hard time believing that.
Exactly, dude. And as a matter of fact, I throw you one even better. While we live up on the air, shit, fucking shitty ass computer, man. I was gonna fucking pull out the calculator, dog, and I was gonna see how many times he actually touched the goddamn football in his career, dude. He has, he's held many footballs over his career, probably over 6,000, probably, and how the fuck do you go filling football after football after football, it being the regular size, and then when you get to an AFC title game, it's like, oh my God, like, no, I didn't know the difference. It's like, bitch, come on, dude, really?
Yeah, really, and that makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. I mean, if you played football, you know how football feels. I mean, I've got a football upstairs I throw with my son, and I could tell when there's air gone out of it, even a little bit of air, because you have that certain grip on it. I'm not a quarterback, and I'm just kind of a layman, about it, but I can tell the difference. So I keep going back to that, and people will defend him. There's both sides of every story. And opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. And for me, based on what I've seen and based on what I've read, I believe that he knew. And you can't convince me otherwise. And going back to that, why cheat, man? Why cheat? Really, and if your legacy's on the line, why would you put yourself out there like that?
Matter of fact, I'll throw you one even better. Hold on. Yeah, give me a second here. Fuck this, man. We're gonna prove this shit today. Hold on. I got this football, right? I got this big ass football from Target. All right.
Right.
I can't even grip this motherfucker. It's so goddamn big, dude. Like, I swear, dog. Like if I grip it a little bit, it slides out my fucking hands. How the fuck do you? You know what, man? Let's change the topic, man, because I'm about to end up knocking my fucking TV over. I'm so goddamn frustrated, dude.
But you know what, man? At the end of the day, that the law's been passed down, and we're going to wait to see if Brady appeals. I honestly believe if Brady appeals, it will hurt his legacy. Go ahead and take the L like a man, and do your time and come back. And the media he's a media darling. They're going to sweep over all this stuff, and he'll be fine. But I honestly believe if he does fight the suspension, that it's going to just play bad on him.
We'll see. Fuck his legacy, nigga. The fans already know he's a fucking bitch. So I mean, like, he's fucking either way. So I don't give a fuck. I agree with you, dude. Take the L, get suspended, take the shit, and move on. If I had it my way, at the very least, his ass would have been suspended, nigga, for fucking 8 games. So that's
at least half the season.
Shit. Yeah, man, that 4-game shit, man, that's pussy shit, dude. Now, if I really had it my way on some dictatorship type shit, oh man, I would suspend this motherfucking nigga for 2 fucking years.
Yeah, and what are they talking about? 2016 losing a first round draft pick and a 4th round, is that right? Mm-hmm. And that's that I don't know, man. $1 million, I guess that's a lot, but for a team like the Patriots, they always end up getting the players they want. So I don't know, man. I guess it is what it is, and we'll just have to wait and see what happens. I'm like you, man. I kind of get frustrated about it. I mean, I look at Ben Roethlisberger and what he did, and they went from a 6-game suspension and reduced it down to 4, and then this dude blatantly, he won't cooperate with the NFL investigation, and he only gets a 4-game suspension. And I don't know. I just the more you talk about it, the more frustrating it gets. But just kind of changing topics. Before I let you go, I noticed I saw you wearing an NWO hat, so that tells me that you're more of a wrestling person. And hey, you got the for life,
Hell yeah.
So are you a TNA wrestling fan? Are you WWE? What's your thing, man?
Nigga, I'm WCW back in the day. But,
with Booker T and the five-time WCW champion.
No, man, I really fucked with it like older than that. Like I mainly started watching it back in like 90, 97, 98, 99, like the animals, you know, like the NWO, you know, the Wolfpack,
Right.
Hollywood, you know, all that shit. And I used to fuck with it heavy, dude. You know, of course, I made the transition over to WWE. Me and my sister used to watch it all the time and stuff. And you know, I tell you this though, dude, those were the good days. I loved it. I still watch YouTube clips, you know, and a lot of people give me a lot of shit about, oh my God, man, you know, you just don't like wrestling. Nothing will ever change your mind about it. I'm looking like, dude, this shit fucking sucks now, dude.
Yeah.
You know, I get into arguments on Twitter, and it just, you know, it's horrible.
Yeah, I watch TNA. I like TNA wrestling better than I do WWE because of the talent level that they have, and you know this. Yeah, you know storylines. You know, wrestling is soap operas for men, and the way I look at it, I try to watch WWE. Man, I just can't get into it. I mean, when you had guys like The Rock, you had Stone Cold Steve Austin. In WCW, you had Ric Flair. You had all them cats over there. Hall and Nash, Buff Bagwell. You had all those cats, man, and it was fun. That was when wrestling was fun, and you had guys that would just run in the ring and beat that ass, and then just leave you all hung out in the ring. When they spray painted NWO on the title, man. I mean, you can't beat stuff like that. That's what it's all about, really.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. You know, and you know, I look at wrestling today, man. You know, I feel like John Cena killed the WWE. I feel like him and, you know, Vince McMahon and
Triple
the
H.
yeah, a little bit. You know, I fuck with Triple H. You know, I feel like he's trying to get it back in the right direction, but it's still fucking trash. Um, you know, my all-time favorite wrestler, well, not all-time favorite, but one of my favorites was my nigga Big Sexy Kevin Nash. I fucked with him heavy, you know, when he used to fucking power bomb the shit out of people and stuff. But going back to it's just bad, you know. I feel like from 2007 to no, I'm sorry, 2006 to 2000 and from 2006 to 2000 fucking damn near 13, you had just John Cena shoving the motherfucker down our throats and shit.
But
And
but you know what? A lot of that was Linda McMahon trying to be a politician. She should have just stayed her ass at home and counted her millions. She's what I think. You know, with her political career, they kind of gotten away from all the stuff that made WWE great. Stone Cold Steve Austin coming out with a 6-pack of beers and just knocking them down in the middle of the ring, and you know that was exciting. When, I mean, where else could you go where you could beat up the your boss? You can just put a stunner on his ass and leave him in the middle of the ring and then dump beer on him. I mean, that's what the fans wanted to see. The Rock with all his catchphrases coming out there running his mouth. I mean, even the NWO, what the Wolfpack was doing in WCW, man, it was just that those were exciting times. I even go back to Ric Flair. Ric Flair is one of my favorites because this dude, I mean, styling, profiling, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, son of a gun. I mean, come on. You can't admit this guy when he got on the mic, man, he let it be known that he's the best.
oh hell yeah, I loved Ric Flair, dude. I loved Ric Flair, and I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this dude, but I like Ric Flair more than Hulk Hogan. I never was a huge fan of Hulk Hogan.
Me either.
Like,
Me either.
you know, I really didn't see what the fuck was so great about him. But
Yeah.
Ric Flair,
And,
man,
you know, when I lived in Florida, I met him a couple times in Clearwater and Tampa. I don't really care for the dude. He's all right, but you know, he's not like one of my favorite people to go kick it with or nothing like that.
oh yeah, man. I mean, Hulk Hogan, you know, my mom really loved him and shit. I'm like, whatever, fuck. Ric Flair, man, I feel like Ric Flair he was a crazy old ass motherfucker, man. Like, I remember when he would just fucking knee drop, just do a fucking random ass knee drop up in the fucking ring. Like, who the fuck is knee dropping? Like, what the fuck?
Hey, I think my favorite one was it was TNA, and Jay Lethal was imitating Ric Flair. I'm gonna have to send you the link so you can see this. But Jay Lethal was imitating Ric Flair, and they were going back and forth. And Ric Flair took his jacket off and threw it out into the crowd. Man, he took his shoes off. He's doing elbow drops in the middle of the ring, talking crazy, man. It was just they was feeding off of each other. It was something to see, man. And that's why I say, I mean, even today when he gets on the mic, Ric Flair, there's nobody like Ric Flair right now. I don't think there's anybody that's got mic skills like him right now.
Oh hell no, I don't think so either, man. I like motherfucker woo! I mean, like, oh shit, he's crazy. Like, here the fuck go, man.
Yeah.
And I remember this one segment in WCW where I think his son, I can't think of his son, David Flair, was talking shit to Goldberg, and Ric Flair was about to beat Goldberg's ass. I'm like, man, shut the fuck down. You can't beat Goldberg's ass. You're gonna get your ass killed, nigga. He just came out there just just tripping the fuck out. But those were really great times that I feel like will never come back. And at this current point in time, I don't even watch the WWE. I think it's fucking trash. I don't even bother turning the shit on. There's this one group, you have to look them up, dude. You want to talk about, dude, please look these motherfuckers up, man. These motherfuckers are garbage as fuck, man. It's a segment. No, I'm sorry. It's a group called The New Day.
Oh yeah, a Biggie Langston. I can't think of Elijah Burke and Kofi Kingston. I know who you're talking about. They're the WWE champions right now.
I think it's like Xavier Woods. I'm not sure.
Xavier Woods, that's his name.
Yeah. And I want to talk about some corny fucking shit, dude.
Yeah, it is. And they got people clapping and stuff like that. Yeah, it's whack as hell, man.
He's whack as hell, dude. That shit's fucking horrible, dude. And then if I tweet about it on Twitter, I can get my ass chewed the fuck out.
Man, but that's what's so fun about it. And like I said, man, you got your own opinion and you don't give a damn what nobody else is talking about at that moment. You got your opinion and you get that stuff out there. And, that's why I respect you. And, like, I think my favorite line from you, Chip Kelly, put down the goddamn crack pipe. I mean, everybody that was around me, I was showing it to people at work, man. Everybody around was just cracking up because that was just hilarious. And it's just your passion for your team and what you really think about it. Have you been on any other shows, or is you pretty much doing your own thing right now?
I'm pretty much just doing my own thing right now. Sometimes I'll go on Tosh.0. Sometimes I do little things like that. Do like little podcast segments with my friends and stuff. Just hang out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And basically, just
Yeah,
whatever, you know what I mean?
And once this, I'll get with you offline, but you could, definitely use the link on this, and promote it, so people can kind of see and know a little bit about you. With your permission, I'm gonna get you on a couple of my social media networks. We have a sports group in Facebook, and you got Eagles fans, in all the sports groups that I'm in. So I'm sure they'll be glad to, hear what you got to say. And like I said, I really appreciate you getting on, man. We've gone about 10 minutes over, but I really enjoyed talking with you. And once again, I really hope that I can get you on during the regular season when we get ready to play you guys, probably like the week before we play you guys, just to get your commentary on what you think is going to happen for the game. And we'll kind of have a good time.
Hey, man, I'm definitely down with it, man. Whenever you want to have me back on, I'm more than welcome to get back on with you, man. We can talk some football, and do dumb shit.
Yeah, definitely. All right. And one more time, man, tell everybody how they can get a hold of you and, social media, podcast, YouTube, whatever. Tell everybody how they can get at you.
Well, my YouTube channel, of course, is Eat That Pussy 445. And then I have Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. My Instagram is Big Playboy 445.
Yeah.
My Instagram is Big Playboy 445. My Facebook is Brian Turhan Moreland, and my Twitter is at OG Eat That Pussy. I do dumbass shit. Hey, motherfucker, when you follow me, goddamn it,
it's gonna be a ride. It's gonna be a smooth ride.
Nigga, I be tweeting hairy ass pussies with ice cream cones coming out the bitch. I do every goddamn thing. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm talking about. Enjoy life, man. Hey, I want to thank you for being on the show, man, and anybody that watched. Thanks for watching. You can find me in Super Heavyweight on Twitter. And once again, my show, Buc What You Heard, we'll be talking football. And throughout the season, you will get to see me with different guests from different teams. And, just kind of getting some commentary from different teams and seeing how we all match up throughout the season. And thank you for watching, and everybody have a good evening. Thank you.
All righty.